My question is, who would be in your faction? So who would be in my faction? I feel like I need to get a little bit of water. For folks who have been like following me and watching me talk about wrestling, I've always been preaching the Simone faction, where I'm a part of it. I don't know what I'd be doing because obviously I don't wrestle, but that would be my faction. So, you know, the Usos, Naomi, Tamina, obviously Roman Reigns, and I would be somewhere in that faction. I don't know what I'd be doing. So that's my, like, I guess my dream faction. In my real faction, if I can actually put it together and, you know, somebody would actually say yes. Ooh, man, I wrote the question. I don't even know if I can answer it. Gosh, and now I'm gonna do an Emily and deviate and have two different answers. So I would have a Canadian faction. So my Canadian faction would obviously be Natalya, Chelsea Green, Taylor Wilde. Gosh, I'm missing somebody. But I would have a Canadian faction. Like I feel like there should be I feel like there should be like a faction of like people you didn't know who, like, you didn't know they were Canadian because like we blend in sometimes, and now it's like a takeover. So you think like all these Canadians are like super nice and, you know, they say hi and please and thank you, but what you didn't know is that they're planning on taking over, you know, whatever company. So I would want to be part of that Canadian faction, and I would want to be like the manager. So that would be one faction. The other faction, I think somebody else on the show had said this. So the other faction would be, and I would be a different type of manager for each. So for the Canadian faction, I would be like, you know, I'm helping to like put, you know, my crew in the best positions to get the right matches, stuff like that. But, you know, behind the scenes, setting things up for that, the ultimate takeover. For this other faction, I would be more of a business person, almost like MVP. So in this faction, I would have Naomi, Sasha Banks, So Naomi, Sasha Banks, Big Swole. Oh my gosh, there's like so many. I should be able to answer my own questions. So Naomi, Sasha Banks, Big Swole, and oh man. This is hard, folks. So Naomi, Sasha Banks, Big Swole, Faye Jackson, Willow Nightingale. I want to say Bianca, but I feel like she would turn on the faction quickly, meaning that she's not about this team thing. And I think that's it. I think we'll leave it at that. Trish Adora. I feel like that's a well-rounded faction. But what I'd be doing with this faction is that I would be securing deals. Like, here you guys go. I got you this, like, I got you into this movie. Or here you guys go. I got you guys appearance on this TV show. Or here you guys go. You are now on cereal boxes. Like, that would be, I want to be like more of the business manager, agent type for that particular faction. So let me know. That was like a lie. And I wrote the question, folks. So let me know in the comments who would be in your faction and what role would you play in that faction. So now you can also, like, you know, even if you don't wrestle, you can just say you're going to be a wrestler as well. And who would be your manager. So in the comments, please let me know below who would be in your faction.